everyone, I'm Candace here with Matthias and Adtuwne, and we are open for discussions.
Chit.
Yeah, talk too much. You talk too much when it comes to the relevant stuff. You don't talk enough. We ain't talking tough, it's all fat. Try and hear that? You come on with us. Yeah, that's a must. Any topic that we won't discuss. Everything we touch. Can't get no real love. Paint it with a picture. Use no filter. What's the word on the street? This ain't talking, it's cheap. But get one thing, real talk, boy. So you don't walk around like the lost on the street. Man, it's so 4D. It's so 4D. So 4D. Yeah. Yeah, so 4D, so you know what that mean? Well, if you don't get hit, we ain't got flashlights, but we lit. We rockin' with Cat, Matt, Candace.
Episode of Open for Discussions, we will be discussing the war amongst black men and black women. And I'm pretty sure there's a bunch of different wars amongst black men and black women, but today we'll be talking about the competition between the two. So, who wants to jump in and let me know what they think about that?
I think we live in a society where our culture is, with men, is MOB, money over women. I'm not going to use the B word, money over women. And with women, it's the rise of the independent woman. So that kind of causes like friction between the black male and the black woman, where she's like trying to prove how much she don't need the black man, and the black man's trying to prove how much he don't need the black woman. Mm-hmm. Therefore, it's kind of like it's not enough love being shown between the black man and the black woman, in my opinion.
Okay. Matt, do you have similar views?
Yeah, I definitely completely agree with everything that he just said.
So where do you think all that stemmed from? Because I'm pretty sure there was a point in time way back when a black man did feel like he needed his woman and vice versa.
I don't know exactly where it stems from, but I feel like because of music, it definitely, like the music industry definitely has this effect on how we view each other, because, you know, if hip hop culture constantly degrades women, then you're just basically brainwashing people into believing that it's always going to be MOB.
Mm-hmm. When did the whole MOB thing start?
And then
you're hip hop fanatics, though. Usually.
Well, even before that, then, you know, I remember when Independent Women came out and Destiny Child, that spurred a whole new wave of independent women, or girls that thought they was independent. So I think the music industry definitely has had its effect on that.
But see, there was a change, because Destiny's Child had that Bills song where it's basically like, right, if you can't do it, if you can do this for me, then we can chill. But if you can't, is it like I got it? I'm seeing.
Well, the Beehive is about to come at you for pointing out her hypocrisy. But what I'm gonna say is, the MOB started with Pop, and then the independent woman started with B. But in all actuality, this stems back to like the '60s, the civil rights movement, where like society, the government, I don't care what anybody said, the government, their plan was to break down the black household. So you have a bunch of black people who, you know, they need jobs and everything like that. If the black male can't go out there and provide for his family, they created this thing called government assistance, in other words, welfare. But back in the day, it said in order for the woman to get government assistance, the African American male can't be in the household. So back then, it got to the point where the African American woman used to hide the man, you know, in the closet or whatever. So the people come over, yeah, he's not here, whatever. Bam, we give you that assistance. Now it's gotten to the point where it's just, okay, what do I need you for? Like, I had a kid by you, like, I hear so many times, I don't need you to raise this kid. When in all actuality, kids need a mother and a father. And then that's another reason why, like, there's a divide created.
Okay, so at some point in some time, this divide was created. The man doesn't need the woman anymore. The woman doesn't need the man anymore. What are some examples that you two have faced where you've been in competition with a black woman?
I know there's been some girls who were like, oh, you need a college degree if you want to even come step to me. And, you know, I ain't got one, but so it definitely is like, damn, I get that there's supposed to be a standard, but you can't completely ignore somebody because they don't have a college degree, in my opinion.
So that's some competition that you faced before.
Yeah, and like I always tell them, like, just because you have a degree don't make you smarter than me. Like, I know I'm smarter than you. If you want to make this a competition thing, like, I know I'm smarter. So, you know, your piece of paper don't mean that you're more intelligent.
True.
I don't have like a specific example
Of
of.
course you don't, Cap. You never do. I'm kidding.
I don't have a specific example because I don't think I have, whatever. But what I can say is, there's been situations where, like, just the like how Matt said about like with the college degree. I feel like as black people, we all struggle. The African American woman struggles, the African American male struggles. But the African American male struggles way more tough. So it's like I've been in situations where an African American woman is less sympathetic of what I'm going through because we both share the same complexion. But at the same time, it's like, okay, like Matt said, I got my degree, like I got a great job, like you have no excuses. But in all actuality, like me and Matt, as black males, our first order of business is living to see 21. You know what I'm saying? That's a whole struggle. I don't think African American women have that on their mind. Like, I gotta see 21. No, y'all, and y'all head is like, I gotta get this degree, have kids, and all that other stuff. So when we struggling, and if we don't have that degree, y'all less sympathetic. Like, yo, come on, I share the same struggle. This, that, and the third. Like, there's no excuse for you. Like, get off your ass. And that sometimes we need that. It could be motivation, but we can sense when it's motivation or if you just criticizing.
All right, so we're gonna come back to that. So I went out and purchased a new toy.
This is not that type of show.
All right, I went and got a new car, and I told people call their cars and stuff toys, don't they?
Hey, I
The way you said it, and his reaction to it,
real like, whoa.
All right.
How do we get?
I wasn't thinking like that, but when he said, I said, what are you talking about right now?
I
I just didn't want to put it out there like I was bragging or nothing, so that's why I said it like that. But I went and bought a new car, and I said to
the 2015, right?
I went out and bought a new car, and I said to this guy, I went and got a new car. All right, send me pictures, let me see it. I sent him some pictures. He said to me, you're gonna cause me and force me to step my game up. Like, now I have to step my shit up because of you, and I gotta go out and get something 10 times better. So my question is he competing with me, or was what I told him a sense of motivation for him?
I think what you said was a sense of motivation. It sucks that, I know how you could take it, because you're probably like, damn, I'm a female.
It was because I felt like he didn't give me my moment. Like, oh, congratulations, real proud of you. You went out and got a new car. I was like, oh, I gotta step my, like, and then he said, like, who do you think you are? Like, are you trying to stunt on me? And I'm like, no, I'm not. And basically, are you stunting on me? Are you competing with me? So it's like, no, I'm not, but.
That's different. That's competition. That's
okay,
competition.
so I didn't motivate him. He just felt like he had to have a one-up on me.
Can I say something real quick?
Mm-hmm.
That's competition, and a big competition right now that's going on similar to that is men are competing with women on who could be the baddest bitch.
Wait, we're gonna get back to that. So before we get to that, competition can be healthy in a relationship, right?
It can be healthy, like it can definitely be healthy in any relationship you have, one of my boys just got a new car. He hooked his car up. He got some rims on it. It looks good. And I'm like, yo, I'm really feeling what you did to your car. It's gonna make me really reconsider my next move on my car. But it's not like I'm trying to stun. It's just like, yo, he really always been like, yo, my next car, I'm gonna really like hook it up. And when he really did it, I was like, yo, that's what's up. You know what I'm saying? Like, he had a goal in mind. Mm-hmm. He really worked for it. So now I'm like, now it's forcing everyone like, yo, I gotta do something. So it could definitely be it could definitely be healthy. But I don't think I've ever been in a situation where like I got a new car and I told a girl like, yeah, I got a new car. Like, and then she was like, oh, like, damn, I got to stun on you now. Like, I think that's kind of weird. Like, that just sounds weird to me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, between man and woman, like, who has the better car? I don't know. It's just that's weird to me. I can, in terms of material possessions, between man and woman, that's weird. Because like Cap said, like, who's the badder bitch? Like, who has the best material shit, or who got the most likes?
That's what you meant by that?
Yeah, most definitely. That's what I meant. Like, you know, men are taking far too many selfies, like 5 selfies a day with their outfits and stuff, and they trying to be bad bitches. There's dots out here. There's men dots out here, and they doing things. Only thing I haven't saw a man do yet, which I'm expecting, is a man to twerk, just to prove that he's better than his girl. But to piggyback off of what you guys were saying about, you know, like the competition and stuff, I don't think competition is good within relationships, because I shouldn't be competing with my wife or with my girlfriend.
Right.
I saw something on IG the other day that kind of touched me, and it was Hell Rell. He's a rapper, and basically he said, if you get a new car or something like that, don't try to go around your boys and stun on your boys. Like, nah, like that's only gonna create enemies. What you do is you get your new car, go around your boys, you pick them up, and make it seem like that car's theirs too. You know what I'm saying? So with the competition with women, like if I was to, you know, get something, I'm not gonna be like, hey, look, nah, look what I got. Like, nah, I'm gonna make it to seem like, look what we got. You know, it's not an I thing. Look what we're doing. We're doing big things right now.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't think about.
So I think let's see, as an extreme, like let's say use Beyonce and Jay-Z, right? Like if Jay-Z put out a #1 album, that might motivate Beyonce to, you know, really step her game up, really step her creativity up to put out a body of work that's just as good and just as creative. Yeah. So I think in the career field, it can definitely be healthy to push each other to that point. But as far as like I said, material possessions, it's kind of ridiculous to be like, oh, I got a new car, like look what I got, like you ain't got it. I'm saying, like, to me that's kind of stupid.
Well, that's not what I was doing.
No, I know.
Okay. I just wanted to say, hey, just wanted to tell you about this event that happened in my life. But yeah, how can we remove competition between the black man and the black woman?
I mean, it starts off with whatever is influencing our culture, because it's our culture, the reason why it's some type of war/competition. And I'm not saying by any means that all black men and no, there's love, but it's just, you know, some people who's of the culture, they don't show that love. And I just feel like you get it out of African Americans the most, who brag about not dating, you know, their spouse of the same race. Like, we brag about this. A lot of African American men and African American women brag about not dating their same race. But I feel like it goes to the influence, and that's music, media, and movies. So like if we have more music, like J. Cole's new album where he has a song called No Role Models, and other songs too, his album just basically talks about how we're scared to show love, we're scared to talk about love, and that's where it starts. Like when people are kind of ashamed. Like, look at Joe Buttons, how he disrespected Meek Mills because Meek Mills is showing that type of love. He's like, yo, dog, like, we don't want to see that from you. You a hardcore dude. Like, we want to see you slapping her around or, like, let her walk 3 steps behind you. Like, dog, like, how are you disrespecting a man for showing public display of affection to the woman he loves? You know?
So the culture is creating competition, which is ultimately creating a great divide amongst black men and black women.
I could agree to that.
Competition is quite evident on social media. Matt, you want to give us some examples of where we might see that?
Yeah, I've been seeing some memes like leave Daquan and get you a Billy.
And how does that tie into competition?
I don't know, to me it feels like, basically what it's saying is like, a black man can't do nothing for you, like go get you someone that can do something for you.
Oh.
And I don't know, maybe it's not competition, but it definitely speaks to the division between a black man and a black woman.
Music, media, movies, they influence the way we think. You know what I'm saying? That is what dictates what's socially acceptable. I've dated women of different cultures, right? And I feel like all women are the same. Women have, you know, tough personalities, tough attitudes, and all of that. But when you see a black man with like someone outside of his race, and you be like, yo, why don't you if a black man says, oh, I can't date black women, love is love, I don't care, like you can have your preferences and all that, but if I ask you, why don't you date a black woman, 9 times out of 10 I hear, because I don't want to put up with the bullshit, you know, the attitudes and all that.
And all women have attitudes.
All women have attitudes, but it's just that the African American male they tolerate attitude from African American women less because it's like, well, I want that anyways. Like I want to date outside the race anyway. I don't have to take this shit from you because you're not socially acceptable. I mean, you are. You rebel.
So do you think because of social media, and I mean social media is in everyone's face, people are always on their phone.
The memes and all that.
Exactly. Do you think that there's no changing that now? Like there's no coming back from that divide?
There is. I feel like we could come back.
How can we bring everyone back together? Or how can we bring the black man and the black woman back together?
I mean, like, all the shit that's going on now, like, between, like, the police brutality and all that shit, like, if that's not an indication that we need to come together, then I don't know how much more real shit you need to happen for you to say, I gotta put this bullshit to the side. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just don't be making no sense. Like, we gotta come to, the only way we gonna strive, be prosperous in the future is if we come together. Like, shit don't make no sense.
But I think some people are just so ignorant to that notion. That's why it's so hard, because people get so stuck in their ways, and people really live their lives through rap songs and really believe that they're living the life that they hear their favorite rapper rapping about. And
if we gonna live our lives through rap songs, let's play Tupac, Keep Your Head Up, and let that be the standard.
But it's not cool anymore.
That's true.
It's not. We gotta make it cool.
I think that like, in addition to like that whole the music industry comment you just said, I feel like if people went back to just making real music and not worrying about the money, I think that's when we can definitely start to move in a different direction, because now everyone's focused on making money, so they're just gonna do what works and what people are gonna put money behind. But you know, J. Cole, like you said, like J. Cole put out an album that wasn't necessarily degrading women or didn't have any of these obscene comments about women, and that was a successful album. But there's only so many J. Coles of this world, so. But I think that if the people who are making any type of art, if we just get back to the truth and to the core of who we really are, then I think that's when we can really make a difference.
I agree, and even though J. Cole didn't have any obscene lyrics on his album, or he wasn't degrading women or talking about anything ratchet, he still has a following and people still gravitate towards that. So I don't think the idea of positivity in music is completely shunned out. And I honestly think if men and women stop trying to compete with each other to see who's the better bad bitch or whatever the case is, and use that as motivation, then the black culture will be in a way better place and situation than we are now. And everybody wants to be on top. Like, everyone wants to be in that #1 spot. And if people can just put that thought out of their head and get together and work together, we'll see that it's not impossible for everyone to be in that place.
Well, my final thought is, I agree with both of you. My final thought is, I believe in God, and I believe that God made the male and the female to be with each other. He made us to be companions. He made us to have mates. So I say that to say this: we have to get the whole MOB mentality out of our head. We got to get the independent woman mentality out of our head, and just come back to loving each other. Come back to being a team. Once we get back to being a team, then I feel like that will end the competition and this war that we have in our culture between the male and the female.